Hey guys, welcome back to True Crime and Tarot. So I'm sure you're sick of seeing me in this garage with all of Tyler's tools around me. I was actually trying to spare you guys of having to see this mug right now, and I was gonna put a video together, like a short video to sort of, explain why I'm so focused on going back to that swimming hole. While I was doing that, I was clipping different things from different video, and I was like, well, I'll use some of my own video as well. So I started looking through my channel, and I realized that I never uploaded that second path at Warrior State Park. And I still don't believe that. I still believe that I uploaded that. But I could not find it on my channel. So I was like, where the heck? So I looked at my phone and, I still have it. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and upload it now. But there are reasons why I am so drawn to that place. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay my theory out for you guys now. And you can tell me what you think, disagree, agree, whatever. But what I think happened the day Summer disappeared, I think that Candace and Hunter, there was an inappropriate relationship there that was not natural for a woman of her age and a boy his age. Okay. So, hey, Dream. Um, and I think that I don't think Grandis was ever at that swimming hole. I do think that it was just Summer and Hunter and Candace. And I think Candace went there with the intention to have some time with Hunter. Okay. H. Uh, the twisted teas, the tobacco, she was feeding him that. So I don't think the focus was ever on Summer. I think whatever was going on between Candace and H, I think that's where their attention was. And, it back to the McDonough interview with Hunter saying, she went under the water, he ripped his shirt off, he jumped in to save her, and then Candace is just saying that never happened. That's just a complete lie. Well, I don't know that that's a complete lie. So, you know, with the inappropriateness that I was talking about, because I really do feel like this watering hole uh, was the start, was the place where whatever happened to Summer began. Whatever was going on between Candace and Hunter, I feel like there was negligence there. There was, she neglectfulness, all of that, drinking. She's focused on Hunter, not on Summer. And I do think that there was something that happened there. I think that, and this is just my theory, but I believe that Grandis did talk to a friend. I believe that Grandis did tell her that Summer was not feeling well. I think that Candace said the same. So when they got back to the house, Grandis said that Candace called Don to see if she should take Summer to the hospital. So this is where I think the handoff happens. If Summer was still alive during the handoff, I don't know. I don't know. Like in my head, I just have this thing where I think that she was, and I think that when Don took her, that there's a possibility she passed in that time, and then I think he, you know, buried her or whatever he did with her. That's my theory. So that's why this water hole is like so important to me, because I do think that this inappropriate alleged relationship between Candace and Hunter plays a major, major role. I could be way off here, but I feel like that is true. And the reason I feel like that is true, we can take Jose at face value if we like, we can, whatever. But there's multiple people, that are saying the same things. And then you have Hunter's Facebook, which was just very odd. Hunter's cover photo on his Facebook was him and Candace. And he was in a relationship, but he never tagged the person that he was actually in a relationship with. Well, I remember very well being a teenager. And so, it is a distant memory at this point, but I do remember it, okay? So, and when you feel like you're in love, you just want to shout that to the world. So I feel like he did in his own way without giving it completely away, by not tagging her. But here she is as his banner, just him and her. It's so odd, So I wanted to, hey, Elijah, I wanted to just share these little short things that, I was looking at earlier. And you guys have seen them, but we're just going to check them out again. So just bear with me for a sec. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so here's Justice for All, his interview with Jose. We're obviously not watching the entire thing, but we're going to watch just this one part. So
last night, after we got off the phone, we were texting. Yeah. And guys, this is a trigger warning. And
big trigger warning. If you have not seen this, I'm sure you have, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Everything that we say in this is loaded. It's alleged, but he's telling what his truth is. What did you say? I did not ask you this question yet. I did not ask you, but you actually answered it for me, and I said, "Oh my God!" Trigger warning to the audience.
So we talk about Hunter and Candace, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so basically one night we were drinking and they got drunk, and Hunter and her admitted that Hunter lost his virginity to Candace in that house.
There you go.
Yeah, but supposedly it only happened one time and it never happened again. And they basically said don't say nothing because they didn't want Allie to know anything. Because as far as I know Allie, I think she would have literally hurt that woman if she would have knew the truth.
Okay, so there's that from Justice for All, I'm sorry. And then also, you drop that down. This. Okay, and this is from JLR. This is Sherry. This is Hunter's grandmother. Again, I have showed this. I have shared this. So we just heard from Jose, what he said. Now we're going to hear from Hunter's actual family member standing directly next to his mother and what Sherry says.
Did you ever see Candace mom, Summer?
No.
Who are you?
I'm Allison.
Oh, your brother? Oh, your mother. Oh, what's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry. Yeah. How are you? Yeah.
They put it out there that I'm dead.
Who put it out there?
Candace
Can
died.
I ask you something? This is going to probably upset you, and I'm so sorry. It's not my intention whatsoever. It really isn't. And I just want to find out, what your thoughts are. And maybe you haven't asked you this, but with him going to the watering hole with Candace and her drinking her alcohol, do you think that she did something with him?
No. with Candace.
You don't think so?
Wait a minute.
Her and her mother.
Candace was sexually, probably did do something to Hunter.
No, she did not.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I seen it with my own eyes. There was signs there. There was signs there. I didn't like it. I warned them. I bet
No.
Yeah,
It was not.
be in denial, but the truth hurts.
I think they were.
I think they were too because she gave him alcohol and shit. And the kid didn't know what was going on. And
Because that was the sentiments of the neighbors there, that she was a sexual neighbor. So that's the only reason. I didn't mean to upset you, Pam. I didn't. But that was the reason I was asking her.
So, and then there's that. You know, I mean, I guess we could ignore that, I guess, but why would we? You know, you have two different people that were these people that were there, Jose being inside the house, Sherry as well. And you have both of them saying the same thing, you know, that there was this inappropriate relationship. There was, you know, if I'm going to use really proper terms, Candace essaying Hunter, because that's what it is. He was 15 years old. If what Jose is saying is true, I would guess that H was younger than that, maybe 13, 14 years old. So definitely SA. And that plays into why, you know, because from the beginning of this case, you know, when I first heard who went to that watering hole, I was like, who is this 15-year-old boy? And why was he there? You know, so it was like one of my first questions. It's like one of these things does not fit. Sorry. Joe, I'll get to that in a minute. And dream big, yes. I think we all know that is true. Allison, they all lie. They all just lie. Did you see her level of denial? I mean, you really got to witness that very up close and personal with her mother yelling at her. No, I seen it. The truth hurts. The signs were there. And Allie right next to her, just complete denial. No. Really? So, hi, Lori. So again, the reason why, you know, this watering hole really draws my interest is because per these accounts and per just my own thinking that something does not add up when you decide to leave your own boys at home, allegedly alone, but you go and pick up a 15-year-old boy to play with your 5-year-old daughter. Does that make sense to anyone? You would think that if she brought her sons, then that would be a more valid reason to bring Hunter. Now the boys are all playing together and Summer's there, maybe. But to sell us the story that Hunter was there, hey Jay, Hunter was there to play with Summer. He's 15. Summer's, well, at that time he was. Summer's 5. What 15-year-old boy do you know that likes to just go play with 5-year-old little girls? Because I don't know many. I've raised 3 15-year-old boys at this point, okay? And even their own sister, they're like, no, you know, they're doing their own thing. So in my mind, Hunter was never there for Summer. You know, he was never picked up to play with Summer. I think Candace picked him up for her own reasons. And I'll let you draw your conclusions to what those reasons would be. But I feel like those reasons were very inappropriate, criminal, in fact. And I feel like they were not, they were doing other things. And I do not feel like they had eyes on Summer. And I feel like what Hunter said to Chris McDonough, that she went under, you know, remember he ripped off his shirt to jump in to save her? Something like that, in my opinion, happens. With Candace just outright denying that never happened. I don't even know how he came up with this story. She has no idea. BS. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay, I'll read up through some of the comments. What time is it? 2:55. So I have to pick up the kids at 3:20. So we got 25 minutes. Yeah, dream big. My son and my daughter have absolutely nothing in common. My daughter's 6 now, but I have a 17-year-old son. Does my son love her? Of course. Does he do nice little things for her sometimes as her older brother? Sure. But if I said to him, "Hey, Austin, you want to go hang out and play with Aubrey?" He would be like, "Yeah, Mom, I think I have other things to do." That would not be the way that he would want to fill his day, so, and it's not because he doesn't love his sister, he does, but it's just, he's 17 and she's 6, and it's like, what do we have in common to play, Susie, to anyone? No, she said she locked her kids in at home. Yeah, no one in, no one out, remember? Good afternoon, beautiful. Good afternoon to you. Yep, no one in and no one out. Jay, when I first heard that, I thought maybe he was a favorite nephew or something. Yeah, and I'm telling you, I remember it was Linda, It's a Crime with Linda. And I remember leaving this comment and saying, something's not right about that 15-year-old boy being there. And then I felt bad about it because I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, I don't even know who this boy is. It was just like a gut instinct, like something, he's not a family member, but he was there. Why? Where are the other children? Why just Summer? So I actually went back and deleted that comment. I did a dirty delete because I felt bad about leaving the comment. But I didn't say anything like terrible. I just was like, that's kind of weird. So Susie, that was it. First she got him drunk too. Yeah. Listen, there's a reason that alcohol was introduced at that scene. Had nothing to do with Grandis. Her ridiculous lie that she bought one for her mother. Really? Do I look stupid to you? Do I have stupid written across my forehead? Do any of you guys have stupid written across your forehead? Because I'm sure you do not. So I think we can all deduce that was a huge lie. That was not for Grandis. And I think that Twisted Tea, when Candace brought it, had H's name written all over it. I think he's the exact person that she bought it for. So you have to look at this woman as at that point, she was 39. Yes, she was 39. So she's 39, buying alcohol for a minor, a 15-year-old boy, taking him to a watering hole. Summer's there, but Summer, go play. Go play in the water, Summer. We're doing other things. Because clearly she had that in mind. Why would you go and buy the alcohol? You wanted to have a good time, not with Summer. You weren't killing 10 minutes. Nobody takes their child to that dump hole. Okay, sorry, Warrior State Park. I don't know how many people go swimming there or fishing there. It's just not a place I would take my kids to swim. Okay, period. People can disagree with that, but that's my opinion. But you just that makes no sense. Makes no sense. So Susie again. Hi, Sky. Susie. Yes, I never thought of that, but think it goes deeper. She was planning accident, was mad at Allie, so she drug her kid into it, in my opinion. Welcome to your opinion, surely. I don't think she planned this. I don't. I think what she planned was for her and Hunter to have a day, to have some time. And I think this happens. That's my theory. Sky, that's what I think too. What Susie said or what I'm saying, Sky? J. Marie, you should go to the store and see how many iced teas were purchased. That's a good idea. I wonder if they would remember, or if the clerk there would be able to tell me, or how I would obtain that information. Because, remember Allie saying that he wasn't drunk, that he was fine? I don't believe that either. I believe he was a little intoxicated, and you have to wonder how many were actually bought. Because just again, if you guys have never drank Twisted Tea, I have, they're not super strong. I mean, maybe for someone who never ever drinks ever, to drink one would feel buzzy. But it's going to take more than one, possibly even two, to be drunk. So, that's a good suggestion, Jay. Let's see here. I'll scroll back up through chat a little bit. Dream big. I think she's agreeing with you, Jay. Jay Marie, exactly. The boys probably would have loved to have went to have a good time to get off that dreadful hill. Right. So, but this makes me think, were the boys actually home, or did they go with Don to work? Did they? I don't know. I don't know. Sky. Allie changed that and said on a panel a few weeks ago that H was intoxicated when he got home. Oh, really? Did she? Interesting. She want to come out and tell the truth now? Things getting a little heated for Allie? Not originally what she said, which I'm sure you guys know that. Should we bring up the McDonough interview so we can listen to Allie say that? He was fine. He was fine. He wasn't drunk. She didn't even know about the alcohol. She didn't even know about it. In fact, that JLR interview that I just showed, she says that. I didn't even know. I didn't even know about the alcohol, really. So now, according to Sky, Sky, what panel was that on? What channel was she on saying that? J. Marie, with how big this case has gotten, if I was that store employee, I could never forget. That's just me. True. And listen, I've talked to you guys before, months ago, but those Priceless employees, they haven't forgot. They have not forgot. I've told you guys the story already, but, specifically this one employee that I talked to at Priceless, she told me, she was in here, Candace was in that store 2 days, 48 hours after Summer went missing. And she said Candace came in the store, was laughing, talking loudly about getting drunk. She said you would have never known that this woman had a missing child. That's what she told me. She wouldn't let me video her. So I did video walking up to her, and then I had to try to block her face out, just so you guys could see that I actually was in there and spoke to someone. But yeah, she didn't want to be on film because that's where Candace, she still goes there to shop, as far as I know. And she told me that. She was like, she still comes in here and shops. And this was this woman's place of employment. So I had to respect that. I couldn't put her all over YouTube if she did not want that and compromise her job in any way. So, I didn't film that. You're going to have to take my word for it or not, but that is what she said. So, yeah, she definitely said that, Jay. Yeah, you know what, Susie? It's really strange. When that lady at Priceless told me that, and the look on her face, this is why I so wish that I just could have interviewed her on cam so that you guys could have gauged her facial expressions like I did. She just looked sad, weirded out, and I just can't believe that was what it was. She told me, she was like, if it was me, she was like, I don't think I would have been able to get out of bed. so the look on her face was just shock. And the other store employees, they have talked about this. They have all chatted. I chatted with them. But that woman, the one specific employee, and I asked her, I said, did you ever see Summer? And she said, yeah, I did. She said, she would be in the card and stuff like that. She didn't really think much of it. But yeah, it was really, that was really eye-opening for me when she said that. It took me aback. Like, really, 2 days she's laughing, she's talking about getting drunk, her daughter's missing. What do you mean? How could that be? But I see now how that can definitely be. So Susie, she hated Summer. I felt it when she spoke about her shivers. One of my biggest questions, and I'll be honest with you guys, one of my biggest questions was why, or I'm sorry, there were so many like tarot readers and psychics and things that were saying that they saw a lot of jealousy with Candace towards Summer. And Jose actually answered that question. But here's my problem with how Jose answered that question. He was initially asked it, and he said, no, she wasn't jealous. I don't think so. No. When he did the second interview with Justice, he said a completely different thing because he had been watching YouTube videos. So he was like, oh, yeah, I could definitely see it. He just went in, and I was like, hold on a second. I just watched your first interview yesterday. I wrote it down in my notes that you said that. And then here today, you're saying something completely different because you watched YouTube videos. Okay? So, Susie. Let's see Susie again. Notice how Don spoke, how much he loves her hair, shaved head, right? Right? Bingo. What does that do? Like in other cultures and stuff, women, not all women, I have friends with short hair, women with short hair, but a lot of women, we have our hair, we are attached to our hair. But in other cultures, it's like a form of punishment. If you cut a girl's hair or a woman's hair, it in other cultures, it's like taking away their identity. It's like stripping them of their femininity. And so with Summer, we see her go from this, cute little blonde bob of a hair to bald, literally nothing. And here's the thing with the lice story. Because that's what they said, right? Didn't Allie say that? And then Don and Candace, they were like, oh, she tried to cut her hair and done it, all this kind of stuff. There's all kinds of different excuses for why her hair was shaved. But the thing about lice is, lice doesn't like blonde hair. I mean, it's not impossible, but lice gravitate towards darker hair because they hide better, or they feel like they can hide better. So it's much more common for a person with darker hair to get lice than a person with blonde hair. And Summer's hair was almost white. So, hey, Mal. Susie, Jose was trashed while visits. Let me scroll up a little bit more. Mrs. MM. She always talks about the boys, right? Remember, we gotta set Summer to the side and focus on the boys, right? The boys are in foster care and they're actually being taken care of for once in their life. Summer's missing. Summer's in the most danger, Candace. Doesn't make any sense. Again, red flag. Joe. Any news on dog's rescue? Joe, not that I'm aware of. this live stream I did yesterday, someone said that Detective Pruitt was going to accompany the Humane Society for the dogs, which I find very interesting that he is going to show up. You know, you guys all know who Detective Pruitt is, right? You know, he's the one leading, you know, Summer's case. So for him to show up for the dogs, that's a sign to me. But like I said yesterday, it's a good sign. It's a good sign because he's on it. You know, he's involved. Dream big. Do you remember they said they bought a Skittles flavored smoking vape? They don't sell Skittle flavored vapes, but they sell Skittle flavored THC in one of those places they went to that day. The place that they went to that day, the hippie house. I went there. Okay. And I'll be honest with you guys. A couple years ago, me and a couple girlfriends went out to a restaurant. We had dinner and we were having some drinks. Well, one of my girlfriends, she likes her edibles. So she pulls out this, you know, this little Skittles bag and she puts it on the table. And I was like, Angie, are you really going to eat candy? Like we're about to have, like we're eating dinner. You know what I mean? And she was like, girl, this is not Skittles. I was like, well, what is it? The package looked identical to a Skittles bag. Like if I didn't know any better and I didn't, I totally thought that was candy. No, it was THC. So I know what you're talking about. I'm just scrolling. Yes, Mal, he is the lead detective. Bad access though. Hi, Tamara. Oh, here we go. Susie, Candace worked in Carney. She knows how to lie, right? Let me guess your weight. Step on up. You know? The Carney life. We should really go into that deep one day, you guys. We really should. I don't know if I'm assuming other creators have probably done that. I haven't seen it, but I seem to miss a lot on these YouTube streets, or I just avoid a lot, I think. But the Carney life, quite a thing. Quite a thing. It's a world filled with people that are wanting an escape. People that there's a lot of drugs, big time drugs surrounding the Carney world. And yeah, you know, what comes with addiction? Lies. Susie again. Susie, I keep seeing all Susie's comments, so I'm not just like specially picking her, you guys. Her comments just showing up more for me. So Susie had gummies and once was bad batch, like too strong. My heart was racing. Never again. Listen, you know, to anyone that likes edibles, like I said, I have friends that like that. They love them. That's fine. That's cool. If it's legal in your state, do what you want. I always feel like if you're an adult, you pay your own bills and stuff. If you want to pop an edible at night, knock yourself out, because you'll literally probably knock yourself out if you get an indica strand or whatever. I think I sound like I know what I'm talking about with pot. But either way, I have eaten an edible, and I feel like you, Susie, never again. I was in a movie theater and I felt like my heart was about to leap out of my chest. I was like, Tyler, we have to go. And he was like, we're in the middle of the movie. I was like, I don't care. We're leaving. Like, I have to get out of here. So yeah, edibles not for me, but for other people, go ahead. So yeah. No, you're fine, Susie. You're fine. Sky doesn't like edibles. Sky likes to smoke. You know, I don't make such a big deal about weed, pot. You know, in my opinion, it just should be legalized by now. If alcohol is legal, give me a break with the weed. Okay, just let people smoke pot. I would much rather see them do that than hard street drugs or alcohol even. So yes, Mama Shmita, everybody's body's different. Yeah, my body's just said nope to the edibles. Nope. That does something to the brain. I start freaking out and I'm like, nope. So, so I got about 5 more minutes before I have to leave and go pick the kiddies up from school. So we can chat a couple more minutes. I'm trying to look for my keys right now. Actually, I thought it was behind this laptop. Okay, I'll wait. Tamara, you ate more than you needed. I ate one thing. You know what? I ate a cookie. It was a cookie. Just one. Girl, it was too much for me. I had to leave the whole damn movie theater. I don't even remember what movie we were watching. That's how bad it was. But see, I'm a person that has like really serious anxiety. So, you know, I take medication to not have panic attacks all day. So me trying to be some Billy badass and, you know, be in the cool crowd and take an edible, bad idea. I'm not in the freaking cool crowd. Okay. Yeah, Jay, I ate the whole cookie. I ate the whole cookie. It's a cookie. See, it's misleading. Susie, my glands even got swollen. They aren't regulated by FDA. Yeah, I was like, yeah, nope, these edibles are not for me. Dream big. My daughter is 21. She eats them damn things. I had one time, didn't wake up for 2 days. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. See, okay, I can't tell the story because it's family related, but it's so funny. But they would be absolutely mortified if I told it, so I'm not going to. But it's hilarious. So Wicklow, I wonder, was the candy on Grandis's backseat tested? Summer looked unconscious in that video. You know, I thought the same. Like when I seen that candy, I was like, those look a whole lot like them Skittles that my friend had. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. It's just these people are liars, okay? Big old liars. Turtletude, all illegal here in the UK. Is it? Really? So you guys don't have anywhere where it's legal there? We have several states. My state has decriminalized it. So you can smoke pot. You can smoke pot in your own home or around your own home or whatever. You can't have more than an ounce of pot on you, though. So there's like a fine line there, I guess. But it's basically, as long as you want to smoke pot at your house, go for it. Just don't be out riding around with a bunch of pot on you is basically my state's stance. But we've been long in the running of getting it fully, legalized. So Heavy Hitters has like 509 milligrams. See, I don't even know about that, girl. I don't even know any about that. There's all those milligrams. J. Marie, Grandma don't want her seat wet, but leaves candy there for months. I don't think so. That candy was new. Yes, I agree with you, J. Marie. You know, it was such a big deal that, you know, the seat didn't get wet. You know, she had to be changed and sat on a towel. Where's the towel? And Hunter was wet as well. So where was his towel? Where did he sit? You know, if you're that, well, I mean, I think most people would not want a child getting into their car soaking wet, me being included in that group. But if you're that sort of person, like Jay's saying, you're typically not just going to have candy spewed across your back seat and, you know, an old bottle of orange pop, again, does not make sense. Seat cannot get wet. Old candy and old soda pop, completely fine to leave in the back of the truck. Not buying it either. Not buying that. Good point, Jay. Sky Z. I like to smoke in my backyard. Yeah. I have privacy back there. My neighbors don't care. Almost everyone here does not care. As long as, if you're not just blowing clouds, around your children and stuff, people don't mind. So, but hey, it is 3:20. So I do have to get off right now. I might come back on, but you guys know Aubrey, she's going to be starved to death when she gets home if I don't, run out to whatever fast food place she demands today. You know what? I should give her the Wells life a little bit. She's so damn spoiled. You're eating frozen pizzas, Aubrey, for the rest of the week. She would protest. She would so protest. Bougie. She's so bougie. But anyway, I do. I got to go. So I will see you guys later. And maybe later tonight. Maybe. But bye for now.